Hi, my name is Erica Mizrahi, and I write for GrannyMed.com, and I was asked to speak today about fertility, so I'm going to speak about fertility. The first thing that I think is very important is establishing a cycle. Now, how does a woman establish a cycle? She has 28 days of day and night. So the body counts day and night. Now, day is with the light, and night is darkness, like pitch black. Years ago, before there was electricity, women during the day would be awake and there would be light, and at night they would be sleeping in pitch darkness, except for when there was a full moon. In the middle of the month, there would be a full moon, and that would trigger ovulation, and the woman would ovulate. So this is similar to what I tell my patients to do is, sleep in pitch darkness, pitch black, like you can't even see your hand type thing. And when you're supposed to ovulate, like maybe day 14 or so, you should use a night light or open the door or something to have a little bit of light. And then after that, keep it dark, for a night or two. And then after that, keep it dark. So this is also similar to what they do in hen houses with chickens. They're very strict about regulating the light to enable the chickens to ovulate more frequently. So sleep in darkness is very important. Now the next thing I want to speak about is sugar. Now, sugar is very, very related to fertility. Sugar intake and the way your body metabolizes sugar is very related to fertility. Now, when I was in school, I had a rotation in the labor and delivery ward, and part of it I had to intern at a fertility clinic. Now, in this fertility clinic, a very popular drug was actually a drug to lower sugar. It was a diabetic drug, because they saw that the lower the sugar, the easier it was for women to ovulate. So I advise my patients, if someone would ask me, I would advise them to try to stay away from sugars as much as possible. Now, when I say sugar, I mean anything white, like white flour, white pasta, white rice, anything white. Now, there's all sorts of tricks to sugar intake. Like some sugar, there's, let's say, the amount of sugar in your body is lowered with fat and fiber. So let's say something like a mashed potato has a higher, mashed potato with no butter, just plain, has a higher sugar level than a Snickers bar. Crazy, but, that's it. Okay, the next thing I want to speak about is fat. Now, fats are crucial for hormone health. Sex hormones are made out of fat. So that doesn't mean run out to your closest McDonald's. It means eat the good fats. Make sure you're getting enough good fat. Women are always nervous that they're going to gain weight. The good fats are used to help hormones and help organs, help the brain. This is really nourishment for hormones. So what are good fats? Good fats are fish oil, cold olive oil, avocado, flax seeds. These are, nuts, raw seeds. These are all good fats, which, they're very beneficial in fertility. I once had a client come to me, and she was overweight, and I tested her, and she was actually low on fat, the good fat. So, I made her, a little diet, and she started eating good fats. And she actually lost weight from eating these good fats, because they can help you burn. You need fat to burn fat. So, fat is another biggie in fertility. Another thing that's very important for thyroid is a gland that's right over here, and it releases a bunch of hormones, and those hormones influence the pituitary. Pituitary is where all the sex hormones come out of. So you really want to make sure that your thyroid is healthy and strong. Now, I recommend taking a saliva test instead of a blood test. You could get two totally different readings from a saliva test and a blood test, and the saliva test is just much more accurate. By the way, if you need some sort of help with the thyroid, then I would suggest doing it with natural means, because the medication for the thyroid, like L-tyroxine or Syntrum, is really very, very addictive. Most people stay on it for the rest of their lives, and it has very harsh side effects. They could not be immediate. A lot of times they're not immediate, but a few years down the line, you could suffer from very harsh side effects. So that's your thyroid. Now, the next thing I wanted to speak about was weight. Fat cells secrete estrogen. So if you're overweight, you have a chance of secreting too much estrogen in your body. And if you're underweight, it could be that you don't have enough estrogen. So too much estrogen is not good. It can cause infertility. Too little estrogen can also cause infertility. So you want to try to be at your ideal weight. When I say ideal weight, I mean 15%, like no more than 15% above, no more than 15% below your ideal weight. Another little thing about estrogen is estrogen circulates in your body, and it gets released through the digestive tract. If you have too much estrogen, it's released through the gut, the digestive tract, the gut, helps eliminate it. So you want to make sure that you have a strong digestive tract. So I usually tell my patients to take acidophilus or kefir to sort of help with the stomach acid, which, eliminates the extra hormones. That's too much estrogen. I have a time limit, so, I have to stop here, but, fertility is influenced by tons of different factors. I'm going to have more segments about fertility, and everyone's different, So, okay, my name's Erica Mizrahi. If you want to ask me a question, you can ask me on brainmed.com. If you want to suggest a topic that I speak about, please suggest it. Okay, good luck.